Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
I heard The Corner's gonna have the next 6 minutes. Too bad I couldn't talk him down to 3. Oh!
Shut up, Statler.
Oh my god.
Him and Sam the Eagle, or them and Sam the Eagle, are probably my favorites. Let's see. Moonshock.
I see when Undoomed goes to a restaurant and orders food, the waitress has an orgasm.
Aww.
He's like, "Aw, thanks."
Pterodimate.
Hello.
This week's special guest, the next 6 minutes.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And we also have a surprise guest, Undoomed.
Hey, everyone.
Undoomed was unsure if he could make it, so we have 2 guests today. And I know you've been on before, Undoomed, but in case you don't remember, we typically just read really entertaining left-wing articles and play a few quick games.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So our first article.
Don't sell it too hard, Frosted.
Our first article.
Too much razzle-dazzle there, Frosted.
Our first article I saved for 6. Let's see. So.
Oh boy.
You know what?
Operators, which is really the best.
So you know the reason why Kamal is in danger of losing.
Oh, there's so many reasons.
Well, I'm going to try and convey the spirit of this article. It's because of those stupid spics.
Dang it, Frosted, you're on to us. What do we do now?
Well, we forgot about the spans. What about, you got the spics, but what about the spans?
Well, then you have a nice cleaning product. Some MAGA voters may need to start carrying their papers. Latino Trump supporters won't be safe from deportation camps.
Nice, but Manny Otico. I'll look him up just one moment.
And clearly this... And
he seems to be a colored gentleman.
Oh, he looks like your total douchey medium person. Let me get that picture real quick. He's got one of those winning smiles too.
I like that the authors on Medium are now using AI images, because clearly the soldier is only angry because.
Do we get to see this article or what?
I should probably give you a link to the stream.
Yeah, good idea.
It's visible in the stream. Okay. Give me a link to the stream.
Yeah, a link to the author is in chat, so enjoy, everybody.
All right, I just DM'd it to you on Twitter.
Before we get into it, chat, can you can you count how many fingers are on this guy's hand?
Oh my god, I didn't even notice the fingers. I was concentrating on how he can't tell time because his watch is just a piece of gray metal.
What?
He's got a piece of gray metal watch and 50,000 fingers.
Oh, jeez. What the hell? Yeah, I just noticed that.
You might say he's handy.
So his hand is like a face hugger. Got it.
Yeah.
Trump's going to do genetic...
It's way bigger than his face.
Trump's going to do genetic experiments on soldiers to give them like 10 fingers on each hand.
And isn't that flag that flag is the wrong way too, isn't it? Shouldn't the flags always be on your right shoulder?
It has too many stripes, and his hand looks like it's a bowl of shrimp.
If that man ever jerk off, his dick gonna explode.
I would laugh if this is actually a real guy with a deformity and he's like very upset right now.
Actually,
a deformity and a really bad watch.
There actually does exist a deformity in the hand where you actually have 2 hands growing out of one arm, and it kind of looks like the hands are like opposite of each other on one side. So you actually do have 10 fingers.
Well, yeah, that's how you make Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Human beings are stupid. They often fail to learn from their mistakes and are doomed to repeat them over again.
Oh.
This cycle could easily repeat itself in a few months when America decides between former President Donald Trump, a raving lunatic who can barely get through a sentence without a brain fart or quoting an imaginary person, and Democratic candidate Vice President Kamala Harris, a competent, educated, and personable politician.
Wait. The description that they gave to Trump sounds more like they're describing Biden.
Wait. Which paper is this?
Medium.
Medium. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the source of all the best articles.
This is true.
Yeah, the best and like best of the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the website that gave us the Cat Congress, which is quite a fan favorite.
Yes, one of our favorite authors who, unfortunately, we've already done all her articles. But she would talk about different political topics by staging a play starring all of her various pets, a couple of which are dead, so they're ghosts.
Yes. There's like 10 cats, a dog, and a rabbit.
Yeah.
I've got to help you if he has one of those tonight on Doomed. Otherwise, you'd be like, you know what? I'm not feeling too well. Bye.
Okay, bye.
and her positions on topics were usually the most reasonable of medium authors.
That's true, actually.
All right.
This is like choosing between a regular hamburger and a sandwich with shards of glass. And yet people say they're still undecided. But back to that stupid thing. I like to refer to this as terminal stupidity. This occurs when people are so stupid it puts their lives in jeopardy. I saw many cases of this in a recent CNN special on Latino voting, presented by Ana Navarro.
Does this person love using...
It sounds like he's calling Ana Navarro stupid.
Yeah. Does this person like using unnecessary commas? When people are so stupid, comma, that one right there does not belong there. That's like a single... What?
Moonshock, clearly this is he's a comma chameleon.
I am a grammar Nazi. I will always point that out.
I mean, usually they use run-on sentences, which are worse.
Yeah, but this guy, the commas is driving me nuts. That's all.
I think we need to replace Moonshock with a grammar Jew. I think that's the answer.
Terry, that's we call those commentators.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I think if anyone's a grammar Jew, I think it's Tyr.
There you go.
Oh, I see. I see what you did there, Kiev, Kamala.
Yes.
So wait, is Tyr a grammar Jew because he saves all the punctuation for himself?
No, because he's the opposite of a grammar Nazi, where he can't string a sentence together.
And sorry, I forgot to say this earlier. I'm still on my immunotherapy, guys, but I am feeling better. I just recently found out that I'm a little anemic because of it, but by and large, I'm feeling okay.
Good.
Just a quick update for you guys. And in case you didn't know, Undoomed, I had cancer, and I'm still being treated for it.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
The gayest kind of cancer for a man to get, breast cancer.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
your mouth. I've had breast cancer. I survived that, but then I got freaking, what the hell did I get? Melanoma. Thank you. It was found to be stage 4, but so far everything's been okay.
Yeah, I hope you make it.
Yeah. So do I.
Yeah.
So does my wife.
I'm stumped. I don't know what to say.
It's
in
okay,
fact,
dude. You don't have to.
I hope we all make it. All right.
We won't. We're all gonna die.
Hey!
Navarro is also a co-host on The View and a veteran of the George W. Bush White House. However, Navarro, a native of Nicaragua, is a former Republican who is now an independent. She was one of many Republicans turned off by the rise of Trump.
The rise of Trump sounds like some kind of a sexual innuendo.
The special focused on the broad and diverse Latino community. As Navarro pointed out, it's difficult to pin down the Latino community and its voting habits, mainly because those called Latinos come from several different ethnicities and countries. As the special showed, a Latino could be someone of Dominican, Nicaraguan, Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Argentinian descent.
Or there could be 6.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I didn't know that.
Why can't they just all be the same, like a good demographic?
Yeah, seriously. It's like there's absolutely no diversity in white people, but you get Latino. Oh my God, look at all these places they can come from.
You never know who we are.
Yeah, there's like Swiss cheese. Look at all the holes. That's a whole different person coming out of each of them.
Hispanics are like Swiss cheese. All right, that's an interesting take. Each group has its own unique history that affects their voting habits. It is a common belief that the popularity of Trump in the Latino community is because many Latino men identify with his machismo. Trump may be a moron. Huh?
Oh gosh, I'm identifying with your machismo there, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Just you have so much machismo. I can't but help but identify. So much machismo.
That's what all Latinos do.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized something. I'm going to invent a taco flavored cereal and call it Latinos.
I'd buy
it. Spicy.
Yeah, well, why not? Cheerios.
See, there's Cheerios, there's Latinos. You know, you can't go wrong with that one. And 6, you'll be my first customer, sir.
And then there'll be a package of Chicle at the bottom of the box.
What do you say? What do you say, Terry?
You're supposed to call them Latinxes.
Yeah. Well, if you have Latinos and Latinxes, you can play tic-tac-toe.
Well, see, yeah, you see, now Green Badger says you can have Nach-O's, you can have Chicano-O's, Latino-O's. We're talking like a diverse range of cereals. Look at that.
Yeah,
how about Negroes? Negroes, burnt circles of oat cereal. Oh my God, baby!
Can we replace Moon with Sun?
Oh, hey, what's the prize in my box of Negroes? Oh, it's been stolen.
Wow. You win the prize, darling. By the way, Undoomed Sun Buddha is my wife, so you actually said hi to her the last time. I don't know if you remember, but I just wanted to point that out. It's a wick card. Damn.
Trump may be a moron and a terrible administrator, but he projects strength, and that's supposed to attract Latino males. But many of the interviewees said this isn't true. They said Latinos born and raised in the United States of Generation X tend to have a different view of machismo.
Do those boxes of Negroes have the spider wrap on them?
Let's hear what this author thinks of my machismo and my Generation Xness. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. Let's hear what 6 thinks. All right. The special also highlighted Latinos who were repulsed by Trump and actively campaigning for Harris.
What?
However, there were those terminally stupid Latinos. 2 people interviewed.
Oh, those.
Man, you replace
those
Latino.
Stupid Latinos.
You replace Latino with a different demographic, and it sounds much worse. Right.
It's true.
Two people
racist.
2 people interviewed by Navarro, an agricultural worker and an evangelical minister, both said they would vote for Trump, and their reasons were absurd.
Oh yeah, I know those guys.
Well, yeah, don't you all know each other or something?
That's it. That's Paco and Flaco.
Yeah. Hey, vato loco.
Two more cereals. All right. The agricultural worker said he would vote for Trump even though he used to be undocumented. He now has his citizenship. And the minister said he would vote for Trump because he felt the former president more closely identified with his Christian values. Navarro pointed out that Trump had been married 3 times and also cheated on all his wives. The minister said that was in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also it's also exactly the same as ministers. That's what they do.
And honestly, what does that say about Kamala if Trump is the Christian of the pair?
Yeah.
Wait, but before we go on, 6, do you have heard of Tampico, right?
Yes.
Okay, isn't that stuff delicious?
It
I
is.
like Tampico. It's fantastic.
I mean, I just saw today that Kamala actually snubbed a famous Christian Catholic event.
Yeah, the Al Smith dinner.
And Donald Trump showed up and killed it, and Kamala had this awful video where she got like the cast of SNL, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was awful. That was god awful.
Not only was it the cast of a lesser SNL skit, but a lesser 90s SNL skit. So it's not even relevant.
Yes.
Molly freaking Shannon.
Let's see. Yeah, I never thought someone could be more of a charisma vacuum than Hillary was.
She's working very hard at it.
Yeah.
And she's succeeding at every pass, too.
However,
Kamala, pull out a bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like right now it's like her goal is to be the lowest, to have the lowest approval rating not approval rating, but let's see how widening of the gap you can get between Trump and her by the time election day comes.
Like, do you think she ran on a bet or something?
Yeah. It's like, how low can she get percentage-wise?
I mean, first she insults the Italians with the what do you call it, the that Columbus Day speech thing that she gave, and then she insults all the Christians, including the Catholics, because let's face it, she just has contempt for religion in general. I mean, come on. What, is she trying to lose? Is she actively trying to lose?
Well, listen to her. I mean, who actually buys the bullshit fake accents that she's putting on?
I mean,
I will remind you that she doesn't have to win. She just has to get close enough that she can fortify the difference.
Uh-huh. And they're working. They could work like double or triple overtime, and they would still have a hard time to try to pull this one into their favor.
I mean, she alienates Jews because she's holding back Israel. She alienates Muslims because she's not condemning Israel. And she's alienating Catholics now because she skipped that dinner.
Isn't she married to a Jew?
I don't know.
Is she?
I thought she was.
I don't know. That's interesting.
I just wonder why no one's making a bigger deal of the fact that her husband has a different last name, because that's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's working hard. Why not just take the last name of Brown? Because she likes her some Willie.
However, this type of terminal stupidity is not unusual. A few years ago, I heard a case of a white man who was married to an undocumented woman. He voted for Trump and was surprised when his wife got deported. He said he thought Trump was going to only go after criminal undocumented immigrants. And there was another case of a Mexican preacher who was undocumented and a Trump supporter. Of course, he was deported.
Well, if they're illegal, yes, they deserve to be deported.
Of course, no one has ever been deported before Trump.
Well, no, of course.
No.
Well, history didn't exist before Trump was president.
And also
it's not like even Obama said that you had to deport him.
And also the 2 Latinos he spoke about earlier were not undocumented. So why do you think they'll be deported? All right. Like I said, this is terminal stupidity. These numbskulls didn't listen to Trump's words.
Numbskulls? What are they? One of the 3 Stooges now?
You dare besmirch the name of Paco and Flaco.
Here is a warning to people of color. Oh, that's a rough way to start a sentence.
Yeah, that's grammatically wrong.
I just hope the next part is stay off my lawn.
Why not just call them people? Why not just say POX, POX, people of color?
Yeah.
Here's a warning to people of color. They don't have to be necessarily immigrants who are still on the fence or thinking about voting for Agent Orange.
I like that. That is fantastic.
That was the only good thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like Trump should use that because that's like a cool nickname.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They are one of my favorite punk bands.
It's also a great Depeche Mode song.
like all their
anytime he goes to somebody like a town hall or something, Agent Orange is coming to your town.
Oh, that would be so awesome. You know how they always gave presidents code words? His code word was Agent Orange.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the insults that come up with him are either cringy or make him sound cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. If Trump gets reelected, he will enact a deportation force staffed by the National Guard that will aggressively round up undocumented immigrants and put them in detention camps.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm fine with that.
I actually just came up with a new joke about if he gets reelected. The way this guy, because he doesn't have the hyphen between the re, so that's re-elected. You know, like get reelected. So there you go. He got reelected.
All
Come on, that was funny.
All I know is that if Trump wins this time, then he'll finally have beaten more women than Doug Emhoff.
There you go.
Agent Orange breaking the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
All right. By the way, a warning to people of color, and it's about rounding up undocumented people. Apparently, all people of color are illegals.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Your racism is showing.
Yes, evolved. Agent Orange was an herbicide. They used it in Vietnam.
This draconian program will be overseen by Jewish neo-Nazi Stephen Miller.
What?
Wait,
I
what?
don't see why you specified Jewish. That's kind of
that is a contradiction in terms.
what an odd thing to say.
How is that even possible? Does this
That
person
is
have
not possible.
Is he suicidal? Does he
Yes,
send himself to camps?
He's got to be suicidal then.
All right.
This does not compute.
No.
Overseen by Jewish neo-Nazi Stephen Miller, who came up with the awful family separation policy in Trump's first term. No, that was from
Obama
before.
thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was from
That was
before Trump took office.
Obama.
And it was like mandated by a court, like a judge. So he had to do it. And we all remember how smoothly that went. This policy is explicitly racist and will only go after dark-skinned people. So, if you are
Are they going to have like a color chart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like on Family Guy.
So, if you are an undocumented immigrant from Russia, you don't need to be worried. But if you're from South America, Africa, or the Middle East, start packing your bags. Their words, not mine.
Okay.
I doubt they actually said that if you're from these particular places, start packing your bags. That doesn't seem.
Yeah, I think there's some misquoting happening here.
To be fair, they
so.
didn't say pack your bags. They said Paco el bago.
There you go.
Oh, God. And 6, you're from the United States, so you're safe. You don't have to go anywhere.
I could use a vacation.
Yeah, who doesn't like Cancun?
And this god-awful policy won't just target undocumented workers. At one of his demented rallies, Trump promised to deport Haitian immigrants who are here legally. On temporary legal status, by the way.
Yeah.
The Haitians' main crime is being black in a white space.
Well,
They shouldn't have done that. Should you?
Yeah.
And that should also be a capital W. You can't capitalize one and not the other. Sorry, dude.
They can and they do.
Uh-huh.
But that's what you get when the GOP has a pair of white nationalists on their ticket. Also, there's
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with being a white nationalist? There is absolutely nothing it's not saying white nationalist at the price of other ethnic group.
But black nationalism is okay.
Of course.
See, also, there's a chance of legal residents and citizens being rounded up in these sweeps. This happened before or during Operation Wetback.
Best name ever.
Wow.
What?
Damn.
Like, okay, this guy should work for Trump. He gives the best names to stuff.
No kidding. Oh, but this one didn't occur under Trump. Apparently, it was somebody else's administration.
Eisenhower. Jesus Christ, we're going back there.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
I think I like Ike, man. That's
Yeah.
that's
How long
awesome.
ago was Eisenhower? Because I don't know American.
Oh gosh, that was
Yeah.
in the 50s, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Wow, that is going back a while.
I
Yeah.
now want a T-shirt with Eisenhower's face on it with Operation. That's awesome.
I would buy an Operation Wetback t-shirt.
Agent Orange in Operation Wetback.
I don't think the store will allow you, but if you put an Operation Wetback like shirt or mug on the corner store, I will buy it.
Oh, that would be removed from that store.
Yeah, I don't think they'd allow you to do it, but if they do, I will buy one.
Well, see what you do is you put like some accent over the E and the A.
Yeah, there you go.
Get around the censors somehow.
Wait, Terry, are you in England?
Australia.
He's
Oh, okay. Well, you'd probably get arrested there too for wearing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, probably.
Let's see. This happened before during Operation Wetback, which occurred under the Eisenhower administration. Trump has said he is modeling his deportations after that program, and America infamously interned Japanese American citizens during World War II.
Yeah, but not under Eisenhower, asshole.
No, that was under everyone's favorite president, Roosevelt. FDR did that shit, and nobody says anything about him.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
know
these
how,
bad Republicans.
you know how
When,
Trump
when it when
you know how Trump
when it's
badmouths the
Repu-
Japanese.
Uh-huh.
when a Republican does something bad, it's a problem of the Republicans. When a Democrat does something bad, it's a problem of America.
Yeah. Well, what I find the most
Well,
amusing-
apparently, according to this, when
Well-
a Democrat does something, it's a problem of the Republicans.
Yeah. And the thing is, we nuked the fuck out of Japan, and they're one of our closest allies. They're just like, whatever, bygones be bygones.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should nuke some people.
Let's just nuke the entirety of fucking South America. Sorry, guys. You want to be our friends now?
We nuked Japan, and then they create the PlayStation 2. Coincidence?
Yeah, but they also
They
created
make the best
hentai,
cars.
so
Yeah.
Well, imagine if we nuked Saudi Arabia. What could they do? I mean, they'd come up with some weird shit.
Oh, if we glass the entire Middle East, it'd be like, oh,
Do you
oops.
think that the tentacle
Holy
porn is big
shit!
in
They'd
Japan
come up
because-
with the weirdest porn you've ever seen.
Yeah. Sorry,
what were you saying,
Go
Terry?
ahead, my friend.
Do you think the tentacle porn got big in Japan because they actually had tentacles after the nukes hit?
It mutated them now.
yeah. I mean, people need to see themselves in media, so
Exactly. It's all
Yeah.
about representation.
Oh, God,
Representation.
Could you imagine Middle East anime?
No, actually, I can't.
Oh,
I don't want to.
no.
I've never seen a cartoon goat, so no, I can't.
How tell me, how big can you draw a woman's unibrow?
You wouldn't be able to see it because it's underneath the veil.
True.
According to former counterintelligence officer Malcolm Nance, this policy could lead to open civil war. In an article in his Substack newsletter, Nance said many undocumented immigrants are married to citizens, and many of those
Allahu
citizens are
Akbar,
veterans. Oh, God.
If they're married to citizens, why would they be deported? I don't get it.
Yeah, you can't do that legally because there's no. Oh,
Just Hello Kitty walks on, takes off the costume, and has a bomb jacket underneath. And many of those citizens
are, you're gonna die.
And many of those citizens are veterans. He suggested those people won't let their families be taken away, and this could lead to an exchange of gunfire. We believed that a civil war would start when right-wing militias would reject a Trump defeat. However, the highest possibility of an actual armed crisis will likely be from the implementation of a mass deportation strategy, said Nance.
I don't know a single white person that would oh, I'm going to go take up arms because you're deporting all the colored people. It's like, okay. Bye. I'd be like, here, I'll help you pack.
Hunting, arresting, or deporting undocumented families, family members, or spouses of Americans will split the country and the armed forces right down the middle. Wow, they're a
I just like
large...
hunting. I can just imagine Elmer Fudd is like, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting illegals.
Illegals.
Cut to Walls trying to reload his shotgun.
Yes.
Oh my God, the meme one with the tampons, that one was hilarious. He's trying to shove tampons into the shotgun and he can't get them in.
Yeah, nice.
Let's see. Okay, we may be nearing a constitutional crisis that has not been seen since 1860. Using the government to hunt people will be the strike face that could light the match of a second American Civil War.
I doubt it.
We could easily avoid this nightmare scenario by doing the right thing in November. How many more reasons do you need?
I don't know. Are you going to leave if Trump wins? If so, sayonara. Bye-bye.
Moon, we both know.
I can't wait until the...
I mean, I can't wait. I can't understand that they're trotting this shit out again. They did this in 2016 or 15 or whatever, and nothing happened.
Yeah. How
and
many
they're
of
just...
He said, if he wins, I'm going to leave. Well, bye.
Well, there's that, but there's also like, yeah, if that happens, there's going to be concentration camps and all that. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Because they took what he said literally. Like, it'll be what did he say? I'll be the dictator day one or some shit like that. They took that literally. Like, oh my God, see, he's going to be a dictator day one.
Part of me hopes that Donald Trump is elected so that we can see the new line of historical headcanon from these people.
Well, I'm looking forward to that new next girl who's going to sit down and scream no, whoever she's going to be.
Yes. No, I think anyone who tweeted that if Trump wins, they're moving to Canada, they should have that. That should be like legally binding.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think if Trump wins, the next woman to scream no will be Jill Biden.
Wait, or Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God,
would be really awesome.
She got so ugly.
That'd be really awesome.
She doesn't need to transition anymore. She is a man.
Go ahead, Six.
What would be really awesome is that on Inauguration Day, I know this won't happen, but on Inauguration Day, the same woman wearing the same hat and the same jacket goes to the same place that she did the no thing. But instead of getting on her knees screaming no, she opens up her jacket and says Trump 2024.
Screams yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Or she like screams Allahu Akbar and then blows up.
Yeah. She'll probably pull an Aaron Bushnell. Yeah. All right. Well, at the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition, where I take.
We have two guests, so they're going to have to argue over which one.
Well, I'll just have each one do. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go.
I'm going to graciously step aside and let Undoomed be the participant.
No, I was thinking like Six could do.
I have no idea what this game is.
Oh, it's fun.
Well, I'll explain.
I have no idea what this game is.
This is where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style. Then the chat votes on which one is best.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Jack, I need a specific place.
Well, since we talked about nuclear holocaust in the last article, how about Hiroshima?
There you go.
There. Let's see. Moon, I need a book.
Well, what else but the Quran? You can add the if you want, if it would make it look more appropriate.
All right. Terry, I need a specific place.
The White House.
Let's see. 6, give me a person.
Did you
6?
graciously bow?
I was trying to think of a person.
Oh.
Should we turn on the Jeopardy music?
Nah.
David Spade.
There you go.
All right. Okay, and let's see. Undoomed, give me a group of people.
Spix.
Man, you just like, damn, I just got that right away.
All right. Let's see. Jack, give me a topic.
Homosexuals.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
Moon,
wait, can I change it?
Why? What
Can
is
I
it?
change it to Muhammad?
Oh my god. That's a topic.
Uh,
I guess.
it-
No, it
you're-
doesn't work. Okay, let's stick with homosexuals then. I sense a hesitation.
Yeah, it'll be more funny with homosexuals.
All right. Let's stick with homosexuals. Quote Jack Gunsky. All right. All right. Moon, give me a living thing plural.
How about hamsters?
All right.
Hopefully there's a place that those will fit. No pun intended.
Oh, there's. It depends on the kind of person you are, but all right. Terry, give me an adjective.
Erotic.
And Tier, you shut up. Because why did you target Moon like that, Quippers?
All right.
And I'm only gay on TV, okay? That's enough.
Yeah.
He's on TV a lot. All right.
Well,
and
according
on
to
all
Tier-
and on all the channels too.
Yeah, and according to Tier, I have my own bathhouse somehow. I mean, I've yet to see the proceeds, but apparently I'm gay as fuck there.
All right. So, Jax, Hiroshima was a queer heaven before the Spix came and destroyed everything.
Yes!
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Wow.
Doom, you can
Oh,
kick that
we're
with those
down. Put that in a fucking frame.
people. I don't think that would be very good on Twitter, though. So good luck with that.
So wait, the
We
atom bomb was
ruined everything.
the atom bomb was a cover up. It was really like Hispanics.
It was frosted. It was Paco and Flaco. It's always Paco and Flaco.
All right.
That one, perfect.
Okay, and Moons. The most disturbing verse from the Quran taught me a valuable lesson on homosexuals. I bet it did.
Ooh,
yeah.
You might want to piss off or offend a Muslim. There you go, right there.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go with Muhammad because that would have been lame as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
was.
one is-
I would
This
have
one is
told
off
you.
the
Yeah.
roof.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Terry's. When the White House belonged to 9 Aboriginal hamsters.
Sorry, Terry.
I had to give Terry the Abo one. Right.
Yeah.
All right. And 6/Undoomed. David Spade brought erotic toddlers to a restaurant, and the service was atrocious.
Oh,
Oh.
I think it's a competition between me and Jack on this one. Well, my son says that Jack wins.
Yeah, I hate to vote for Jack, but his is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll start a poll for the chat so they can vote on it.
I'll even vote.
For Undoomed, because he made it the best.
There you go. See?
Yeah. Undoomed made it the best. There's something so poetic about the Spix came and destroyed everything.
Yeah.
And he said it so fast, he was like, not even a thought, Spix.
Before the dark times, before the Spits.
Before Paco and Flaco spread their scourge upon the land.
The next 6 minutes.
Well, yeah, Jack is unsurprisingly in the lead with 81%.
Oh, yeah, he's going to take
Yeah.
this one. But like I said before, good luck posting that on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it.
I'm
but-
surprised I got any votes. I thought mine was pretty bad.
I don't know why I'm down on the 6 Undoomed. What is that?
Well,
You
yeah,
guys
I
are
was
both
gonna
best
say
friends.
Undoomed didn't give any answers for the guest spot.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of had to wing it for this one, but
Right.
Yeah.
There's usually not this many people, so he had to
yeah.
kind of
Don't
adjust the
associate Undoomed to erotic toddlers.
Yeah, I'm disavowing that one.
not the Spix, but the toddlers.
No, not the Spix. Not the Spix.
All right.
Then the Taco Nation attacked. The Taco
Nice.
Nation. That's like, no, they're not Native Americans. That's the Taco Nation.
Instead of Ride of the Valkyries, when the helicopters come, it's Volver Vaya.
It's Espacita or whatever they call it. All right. Well, I think I can end it. I think I can end it
I
with
think so.
Jack at 81%. Oh,
Rigged.
now it's 80.
Oh yeah, rigged. Definitely rigged.
Yeah. Do we get paper ballots?
Son says that Undoomed wins it because he had the Spix part.
Yeah.
I'd be inclined to agree.
That would be a Jack / Undoomed win.
I think
It's 50-50.
Jack's pointed out before that the second one is usually the one that makes or breaks the game. So it's like
Yes.
Uh,
The Spix came and ruined or destroyed everything.
all right. Well, okay, and now on to our second article. Why did Sydney Wilson get killed?
Oh my god.
Wait, who was Sydney Wilson?
Black Thelma. Okay.
She's the one. I don't know if you've seen the video or photo of the black woman who tried to stab an
boy.
officer.
Oh, yeah.
Is that who I think that is?
She
Like a
got
basket
killed
fight
because
or
she tried to
something.
stab a police officer. How hard can it be?
Very.
And there's
Nice.
body cam footage, so they can't deny that she tried to kill this man.
Yeah. He was bleeding all over the fucking floor.
You guys are missing the point. This article will educate you.
Okay.
I look
Here we
forward to
go.
it.
Here we go.
All right. 2024 has definitely been one for the books. Literally almost every day there's been so much going on in the world. From sunup to sundown, there's been simply way too many events to keep up with. Between the
blah,
war,
blah, blah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm getting a picture of this chick, and it is in chat right now. Enjoy. It's not very big, but enjoy. That is Black Thelma.
Mm.
Rip Harambe. All right.
Oh, and we was Kangs. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Between the wars and political unrest in all corners of the world, the recession that the government is lying about, the unraveling of the entertainment industry, the deaths of so many giants, known and unknown, 2024 has kept the writing and media communities very busy. And in the midst of all this chaos and distraction, there are those cases that jump out to me a little more. One such case was the shooting death of Sydney Wilson on September 16th in the Washington, D.C. area. Wilson was killed after an apparent mental health wellness call to her home resulted in the dispatch of an officer who was slashed at when Ms. Wilson opened her door.
Oh, this is that chick that they did that Doom parody on, right?
Yeah.
Where she did she had the and then when she
Yeah.
hits the ground just thumps.
Yeah, they took the foot.
I haven't
took-
seen that. Holy shit! That
They
sounds
took the footage
Oh.
and added the HUD from the original Doom and added
I
the
gotta
music
find
and
it.
sound
Yeah, yeah,
effects.
amazing. Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
Oh
I
gosh,
gotta
let me
see
find that. What was this chick's name again? It was Sydney what?
Sydney Wilson.
Okay.
Let's see. Wilson was killed. Okay. By now, the images and videos are circulating that show the events at hand. For the first time in a while, it is fairly arguable to many that this shooting death was justified.
But
Arguable? Arguable? You're gonna argue that? Oh my god!
I mean, if you're going to argue something, I think he took too long to shoot her.
Yeah.
This is the least arguable thing I've ever seen in my. She fucking stabbed him like 3 times.
Yep.
The dialogue goes, "What do you expect?" And, "Of course, if you stab at a cop, they have a right to defend themselves." Fair enough.
No. Not stab at a cop. Stab a cop.
Yeah.
No,
She
was
didn't
just
just take impotent swings in the air. She stabbed him.
No, she was just stabbing in that direction. She was just
Fair
stabbing in
enough,
that
but no.
direction, and the cop happened to get in the way. All right, fair enough, but no. There is so much wrong with this picture. I don't need the inevitable smear campaign that is brewing, and everything Ms. Wilson once posted on Facebook 8 years ago to know that she was not supposed to be gunned down like an animal the way that she was.
But
She was not-
gunned down
like an animal, for fuck's sake.
She was not gunned down like an animal because animals typically don't wield knives.
What did you expect him to do? Respond with equal force, pull out a knife, and get engaged in a knife fight with the woman?
What are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the part in Star Wars Episode 2, where they both just resort to lightsabers. Let's see. Okay. She was not supposed to be in her apartment, going through an episode that resulted in her death. Ms. Wilson was failed by so many systems before her death on September 16th, 2024. Ms. Wilson stood at 6'6" and was once a Georgetown women's basketball player. The team has caught flack for posting a remembrance message for Wilson. It makes me think of how little empathy resides with people. Yes, Ms. Wilson had a mental health episode that caused her to attack a cop. But she was not a monster.
She's
She
a
was
6'6" gorilla.
Holy fuck.
She's 6'6" and coming at you with a knife, but she's not
And
a
the
monster.
guy was like 5'0". He's like a little Asian guy.
She was a real human being that people loved and cared about. She made someone laugh. Yeah, with that Doom mod. She made...
that someone was not the cop.
Okay. Undoomed, can you see side chat in the
Yeah.
StreamYard? I just put that link in there. That's the link to the
awesome.
Doom meme.
Awesome.
She made someone's day. There are people whose lives have been changed forever by her violent death. The point is, we are more than our bad acts. And in the case of someone who was having a mental health episode, there are so many gray areas. Ms. Wilson mattered. My unpopular opinion is that police and people...
Okay. It wasn't an episode. It was a psychotic break. She was being psychotic and trying to murder someone. What is so difficult about this?
Yeah, it's an episode.
I have no idea.
Everyone gets a little stabby now and then.
Yeah.
My unpopular opinion is that police and people experiencing mental health episodes do not mix. Now, to be clear, there are levels to this. Obviously, someone who goes around stabbing people in the street, muttering to themselves or not, is definitely a call the cops situation. Someone threatening others in a public place could be a call the cops situation. but some other situations definitely require people who are much more trained in responding to mental health matters. The
Now,
go-to
don't you
option...
feel better now that you've stabbed me? Now that you've gotten it out of your system, don't you feel better?
What are they even talking about? They were just doing a welfare check.
The go-to option for so many police is to shoot and ask questions later. Yeah, well, he could have
No,
asked
you stab
why.
me, then I shoot. Then I don't ask questions later.
No, you just ask, why did you stab me? Let's talk about this.
Yes, yes, exactly.
It doesn't take much for the cops to pull their triggers on the public. Just a little stabbing and they pull their triggers. What the hell? All right.
Jesus Christ. Those
and
fucking
when-
racists.
And when you're black, the risk is even more magnified. God forbid you're black and mentally ill. There have been
Well, God forbid you're 6'6".
There have been too many cases of black people who are experiencing a mental health episode. The cops were called and that person ended up dead. It is quite clear to me that calling the cops on people who are in any level of non-normative behavior are at risk of being killed.
Well, what was that cop supposed to do? Just let that fucking person stab him to death?
No,
Yeah,
if
I
they had
don't get
if they had sent a psychiatrist, then everything would have
Then
been fine.
he would have been dead now and everything would have been fine.
How would you feel if someone stabbed you? Let's try some empathy here.
This whole story would have been buried if that cop had been killed. And it wouldn't have gotten any of the attention that it's gotten. And you'd have one dead. That was an Asian guy, right? The Asian cop?
Yeah.
And God forbid the man wasn't wearing a body cam at the time.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
But
Holy shit, that would have been
mostly
crazy.
because, she was coming at me with a knife and stabbed me several times. Would have sounded like too unreal.
For those who actually stayed and watched it to the end, this guy, when he was reporting it in, he had blood dripping off of his arm. And not his
from his
hand.
face. From his
Oh, was that?
I'll tell you-
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. It was from his face, but dripping
Yeah.
down. You could see it.
He
It's-
stabbed
it's-
him, or she stabbed him in the fucking face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to know what? At the beginning of all of this, the cops were against wearing body cams, but I bet you that if you were to ask them now, they would be like, yes, body cams, please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I don't want to be subject to that kind of scrutiny if I can possibly help it.
I agree. I agree with Monkey on this one. Body cams on all federal workers or government workers,
Yes,
including
the
teachers.
president.
Oh, absolutely. And
Especially
members-
especially the DMV.
Oh, and members of Congress.
Yes.
At all times, 24/7.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to fuck each other in the chambers. So
Fucking live stream, like AOC is like, "What are you doing right now, AOC? Let's find out." It's like a fucking Truman Show kind of thing.
you know?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Kamala's body cam. Why do I just see Joe Biden's knees?
You see him shuffling around. It's like,
That was like 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
Okay. And so for those of us who are in those situations, we may have to consider this well before we call 911. We need more mental health teams who are trained in de-escalation tactics. Mental health teams who are funded well, and with enough workers to assist in scenarios like Ms. Wilson's.
there is no de-escalation in this case.
Yeah.
There isn't.
What are they talking about?
I disagree because the cop de-escalated very quickly.
This cop did everything he could to not shoot this person.
Yeah, he backed away and everything. It's like
Yeah. I
told
mean,
her you step back and everything.
if he was like a lot of other cops, then he would have shot that person immediately.
I would have shot her after 2 seconds when she stabbed me in the face.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker would have been dead quickly. But this guy, he exercised a shitload of patience and caution with her. And then all
yeah,
of a sudden it's like,
he was
nope.
well aware that was a body cam on there.
Oh yeah. But this person didn't care. They came right out with that knife up in the air. So what he
That's
said
the
something like, "How you
first thing that
doing?"
happened. That's the
Yeah.
first thing that happens. Just a fucking straight stab to the face.
Yeah.
I mean, I I think I heard somewhere, I haven't watched the whole footage myself, but doesn't she answer the door, see it's a cop, then go back in her house and get a knife?
I don't know. The only one I ever saw, or the only video I ever watched of it, was of just coming straight out with that knife up in the air, and saying something like, "How you doing?" and then bam, slash.
Yeah.
Okay, this brings me to my next point. Mental health needs to be a much more larger priority of our federal and local governments. And I'm not just talking
more
about
larger.
Much more.
Is that a thing?
Short circuit common sense.
Much more larger.
Much more larger.
I'm just curious what it would take.
Much
What
larger.
sort of-
That didn't happen.
I just want to know what string of absurd events it would take for this author to finally just admit, yeah, the nigger deserved it.
Okay, and I'm not just talking about a medication-centric version of mental health, but actual structural and policy changes that really addresses the ever-growing deteriorating collective American mental health. I don't have the figures, really, but I guarantee as a country, we lead in the usage of all kinds of mental health medications and illicit substances. And for all this mass consumption of drugs, we are not healthier. Our psyches have not improved. There is a bestial spirit of callousness and delusion that consumes the nation at large. And it is only exacerbated by social media and the antiquated demands of a society that does not support its people. I don't know who Ms. Wilson's mental health provider was, but I do know that they did her no favors by calling the police. A large-bodied, dark-skinned black woman who was not in her right mind is akin to public enemy number 1 being let loose. Like a Godzilla figure, she was primed to be shot down by a society that would not consider her humanity on her best day.
Did this person watch the video that we all watched?
No.
Did they not watch the same one, or did they watch something else?
I don't know.
Well, what I want to know is, did the knife cross state lines?
Yeah, that's the important part.
I don't get where this person is trying to come from. There is no defending this person. There just isn't.
This is cut and dry.
Yeah. You couldn't get a more clear-cut case of this person is a psychopath approaching the cop with a knife. Unprovoked.
Well, to my point, I thought that's what the Kyle Rittenhouse case was, but look what they did with that.
True.
There is literally no case where it is acceptable for a white person to kill a black person. It doesn't matter how ridiculous. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he was Asian. Braniel forgets that Asians can be selectively foreign or white, dependent on the situation.
Yeah. They're honorary whites when it's convenient. Yeah.
But the point being is that there is no situation. There is no situation. The situation is, if a black person tries to murder you in cold blood, you should just let them.
No, if it had been
That's what they're saying.
If it had been a psychiatrist, everyone would be fine right now.
No, the psychiatrist would be dead.
Yeah,
it would be okay.
I'm also waiting for them to pull like some kind of a race swap and say like, show this cop's face like clearly Asian, race white. Like no, I mean they've done the same thing to like convicts where like that is a picture of a black person, race white. Like in what country is this person considered white?
So Moonshock, I would like to point out that this video is clearly the best off-Broadway performance of Godzilla versus Kong.
That's pretty good. He's Asian, so
I mean it was better than Godzilla X Kong, that's for sure. Okay, black people who are mentally ill are not granted that privilege to still be considered human. And I hate to throw out cultural dirt, but this may be why so few of us are willing to own the depths of our depression and our despair. This world was not built for us to be allowed to be unwell. We come from generations of people who are chronically unwell animalized, brutalized,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here it comes.
divorced from our humanity for centuries.
No,
And that's
you can blame the people that took your so-called ancestors as slaves. Then you can also blame the people that traded you away for gunpowder and molasses. There you go. You can't blame us. Sorry, you just can't. Not our fault.
And that stuff has followed us in our DNA as sure as it follows those who have abused us. Yes, your
I don't
crimes
think you
against
know how
us.
DNA works.
No.
So, black people are stabby. It's in their DNA, according to this author.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it's that whole sickle cell thing. They look like knives, so they have to take it from there.
Oh yeah.
Wait, are you suggesting that the author is actually endorsing the white nationalist position? The race and IQ question?
I mean,
Seems like it.
yeah, I mean, not on purpose, but yeah. All right. Yes, your crimes against us has followed and affected you too. Sidney Wilson will surely be forgotten by the public real soon. I don't know, that video is kind of funny. All right. Of course, there's always the next big thing. There's always another case. Of course, we're mere weeks from the Kamala and Trump showdown, but I hope on some macro level and some micro levels, Ms. Wilson's case force people to reconsider how we deal with those who can no longer put on that normal armor. I think of that saying of, check on your strong friends. We live in a trying time. Be well.
Well, it's like Snoop said, murder was the case that they gave me. So there you go. Done.
Okay,
said
I didn't
what?
get a word of that.
Murder was the case that they gave me. One of those stupid lines from that dumb rap crap. Because black people are all a bunch of killers according to them, and according to us, them black people are nothing but a bunch of killers. So shit, we might as well kill them all, right?
There's a reason Kamala listened to Snoop Dogg before he started making music.
No,
Don't-
I think she listened to P. Diddy.
Yeah. Oh, while smoking joints and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, while oiling up.
Shit, boy.
Yeah, those thousands of gallons of baby oil were actually aid for Ukraine. Yeah.
Aw.
Well, that's what they were intended for, but never got there.
All right. Well, now it's time for our second. What?
That must have been one of the care packages.
Well, the cop I've got is that he didn't mag dump the bitch.
I mean, it took several shots. I don't know.
It did. It did.
All right. I'm surprised they didn't send like biplanes like with King Kong. I don't know. All right. Well, with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs. And that is the Caption Contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and we'll pick, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So
All right.
this week we've got Biden and Obama talking at what was it, Ethel Kennedy's funeral?
Who?
I
Somebody.
don't know. What one of the 50,000 Kennedys?
Yeah. Why do we give a shit about these people anymore? They had one president in their family.
They tried real hard.
Damn, JB.
Yeah, JB, I'm not sure I'll be able to tweet out, hey, look, a nigger and an old faggot.
Well, he does have my vote.
Oh, we know who Terry's voting for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I sniff her?
I guess you're not monetized, huh?
No.
God, no.
All right. Let's see. Can I still sniff her?
Just shoot for it. Just go for it, chat.
You see,
Give
Mike.
us your worst.
You see, Mike loves it when I cup his balls like so. That's a good one. No, Joe, you can't trade Jill in for a 3-year-old Asian girl. Let's see how much we can tank her campaign. I think he stole my bike.
Okay, Johnny's winning. Johnny's winning.
You see, massa, now we be free. We no need massa. So fresh and so clean. Let's see. Hawaii is a state, and a state is a place where poor people live.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is that? A Kamala speech or something?
No, that's a
maybe.
tier comment.
Yeah, just as bad.
Let's see. You're sure I'm not going in the box? I don't get that one. Why is an uppity black man talking in public? Obama saying Obama saying he's still black even though he didn't vote of Joe. For Joe, I assume.
Probably 4, yeah.
No.
Did Kamala do something to her hair? Right, I'll give it a couple more seconds. He is still so articulate and clean cut for a boy. Watching your presidency was like watching a kid fall off a bike. Obama saying he's still black.
His one.
Okay. Why is the valet talking to me?
Oh!
All right. Well, I think I'll cut it off there. So,
I like the cut balls one.
Yeah.
Sorry?
There were a few good ones.
It's between the coupling the balls and the I think he stole my bike. I think.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
the ball. It's the balls for sure.
Yep.
All right. That's okay. So, Jack, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go with bike.
Okay, and Moon, you said balls.
I'm going with balls.
All right, and Terry.
He stole my bike.
Where's the great
Oh,
obstacles?
Okay, so that's 2 for bike, 1 for balls. Let's see. Okay, so
No, it's 2 for balls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Undoomed and
Undoomed
Moon.
Undoomed and I, we say balls.
Yeah.
Say bike. So 6
Okay.
will be our tiebreaker.
And okay, so Jack and Terry said bike. All right, so 6.
Come on here.
Um,
Come here. Come on. You want bike or ball?
Biker balls. Okay.
Come on.
I'm looking
You can
for a
vote for
coin flip.
anything.
Come here.
Yeah.
You keep putting your arm up like that.
Theoretically, you don't need to vote for either.
Let me look
And
at
it
the
would
balls
annoy
one again.
Frosted.
Well, that just means I'd break the tie. Because I haven't voted yet.
Yeah.
All I know is I haven't laughed as much as when I heard balls in a long time.
All right, you got 1-6.
Biker balls, man. Biker balls.
Damn it. They're both awesome things.
What's it gonna be?
You got a coin or something, or?
Yeah, flip a coin, dude.
I'm looking for a fucking coin. I can't find a fucking coin. Son of a bitch. Of all the damn days to not have a fucking coin, I don't have it.
It's heads. I flipped the coin in my mind. It's heads.
So what was heads? Biker balls.
I guess we'll go alphabetical order balls.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right. Well, yeah, I think I'd go with balls. So let's see.
We got 4 guys that went for balls.
All right. Who was
You
that?
have balls.
I like
balls.
I like balls.
Oh, cannibalistic wizard. Okay. All right. So cannibalistic wins this week.
Yes, Keith, we all love them balls. Mm-mm-mm.
But Johnny was at a close second.
Not that.
Yeah, who said this? The Johnny who?
Johnny
Hellcat.
Hellcat.
Jenny Hellcat. Hey man.
Yeah.
I know. I remember you.
Yeah, he frequents monkey streams.
Yes.
Yep. I know.
all right.
him.
And
I
now,
say that Big Balls is my favorite AC/DC song.
all right.
And
And now,
who said balls?
Cannibalistic Wizard.
Cannibalistic Wizard did. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay.
when you cup the balls like so.
all right. Now,
Just
did
so.
did you guys know that the media is not expressing the threat that Trump is just loudly enough?
Oh god.
Now it comes
What?
from a reliable source. So ex-CNN anchor confirms media's too scared to call out MAGA threat.
Oh,
Lemon
God,
hi-
same dude.
Lemon
Lemon.
highlights dangers of ad-driven news outlets.
Oh, this guy's a fucking jerk off. I hate this
Oh,
guy.
look who it is. It's Manny Otico.
Well,
Yeah.
look at him. He's gained weight.
Oh my god, he's a fat black man now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that face. He
Ma-
actually has, hasn't he?
Maybe the HIV meds are working. I don't know.
Damn. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta take my dog out.
All right, Moon's gotta kill his dog. All right. If you've read any of my columns, you will have seen my disgust and criticism of the mainstream media and its coverage of the ongoing train wreck known as Donald Trump. Trump is a criminal.
Wait, is this written by the same girl as last?
No, it's the
no,
guy.
it's the guy from the first article.
Yeah, the guy who complained about the Latinos.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Trump is a
The guy
criminal.
who hated Paco and Flacco.
Yeah. Who could hate Paco and Flacco? Right. Trump is a criminal, predator, adjudicated rapist. No. Racist and aspiring tyrant. He oversees a deranged, far-right movement that is anti-science and anti-democracy. MAGA poses an imminent threat to the United States, but you wouldn't know that if you consume much of the mainstream media. The mainstream media is obsessed with covering both sides of the aisles as if they're normal, but they're not. Trump and the MAGA movement are abnormal. The Democrats, on the other hand, are a normal political party. They believe in policies, respect our allies, have an agenda, and select candidates based on their record and how well they would do.
Select candidates, do they?
Yeah.
They
They
have
select
primaries
them.
now. They have primaries.
Primaries aren't that,
They're
they were
not
fad.
important.
They were fad,
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. This is the opposite of MAGA, a personality cult that operates on the whims of its increasingly deranged leader. But the mainstream media refuses to tell this story. They've been soft-pedaling Trump for about 10 years since he emerged on the political
definitely.
scene. Huh?
Oh, definitely. They've
Yeah.
definitely been very soft on Trump.
10
Yes.
years.
I mean,
He got elected in 2016.
he started campaigning in 2015, so it's 9, so about 10, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're soft pedaling it.
Back in 2016, they gave him billions of dollars of free coverage and treated him as an entertainment story. Trump always had the media.
Like you're doing right now.
Yeah. It's almost like, he was popular, controversial, and all that stuff. It's almost like that kind of thing is, entertaining to hear about.
Yeah,
It-
it's almost like there's such a thing called as clickbait.
Trump always had the media in his pocket, and they played a major role in getting him to the White House. As someone who works in the media, I think my colleagues deserve partial blame for the rise of Trump and his neo-fascist movement.
Hold on. At what capacity do you work in the media? Do you actually work there, or are you just a medium author?
Right.
I don't know. He helps keep the interns quiet. Let's see. I have long known the media backed Trump because he was good for ratings, and in the media business, ratings equals more advertisers. The media backed Trump because he got them clicks and eyeballs. Who cared if he was destroying the country? Now I have proof. In a recent
But he
interview,
wasn't. But
he was.
He
All the
was
problems.
destroying the country before he got elected, didn't you know?
No.
Yeah, and after he left office, apparently.
Yeah.
If it weren't for that bill he put down, our border would be perfect.
It's almost as though his ability to destroy the country exists totally independently of anything he actually did.
Yeah, he's like the master strategist. It's like Grand Admiral Thrawn or something.
Yeah. Now I have proof. In a recent interview with Sirius Radio show host Dean Obadala,
What?
Former
What?
former radio show host Padme Amidala, former CNN anchor Don Lemon confirmed my suspicions. In the interview, Lemon said many CNN anchors feared going hard against people from the MAGA movement. According to Lemon, CNN doesn't want to alienate Trumpers and incur the wrath of the advertisers. The logic is Trumpers buy products too. Call out the MAGA person and say, look, you're lying, or you're out of your mind, or you're crazy, or this is bullshit. The real world impact is that.
What kind of media is this person looking at? That's all they do.
Then you may lose your job, he said. Yeah, that's why Don Lemon lost his job. He just told it like it was, and people didn't like that.
Jesus Christ.
As a former media insider, I've suspected this. The media runs on advertising dollars, and sometimes advertisers can have an inordinate amount of power over content. I quickly learned this in my early days at a newspaper when I realized the news division was subordinate to the advertising division. We literally did what they told us to do.
Aren't you the smart one?
If an advertiser spent a lot, they'd get a positive story. Was it objective? Hell no. I see the same thing going on in the mainstream media, but on a larger scale. Reporters are scared to annoy advertisers, and so they pull back on criticism of Trump and his movement. But Trump is awful. His movement is racist, authoritarian, and anti-democratic. That's not
scary.
That's not stating an opinion. That's just being accurate.
Didn't you see the media? They held back because instead of calling Trump Mega Hitler, they just called him Hitler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
every fucking news outlet in the world has called him Hitler, basically, and yeah, but they're holding back.
I mean, hell, his running mate called him Hitler.
True.
Let's see. How can the media operate properly if reporters are scared to tell the truth? This is one reason why I trust independent journalists more than corporate media. Outlets such as Democracy Now pride themselves on taking no advertising dollars so they can be objective. But the same can't be said of a major news network or newspaper.
This really sounds subjective, let me tell you.
Yeah, whose side is this person on?
This might explain why outlets such as the New York Times have been soft-pedaling and trying to both side Trump for the last 10 years. Only in recent months has the Times come out strongly against Trump and his movement, but now it's almost too little too late.
Where the fuck has this person been the last 8 years?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, no, because see what happened is that the author heard the news say we're objective, and then they heard someone on the news say we're not objective, and then it was a problem.
I mean,
why do I get the feeling if I was an independent reporter and I put out a thing that says that pile of dog shit right there is just liquid sunshine, this person would believe it.
Well, I mean, his source is Don Lemon, so if you can't trust that, then I don't know who you can.
Yeah, and Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name was.
Moon, are you implying that dog shit isn't sunshine?
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations, but
Recently, the Times has written several blistering news articles about Trump, at the same time running pro-Trump columns on the editorial page. An August opinion column by right-wing hack Rich Lowry was titled, "Trump Can Win on Character." Yes, really, according to Raw Story columnist D. Earl Stevens, the effect is schizophrenic.
well, he does have quite the character. He has a lot of wit. He has a lot of character. He has a shitload of charisma. I mean, that alone can win.
He basically is a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's got, like, probably, like, 60 years of experience of, like, schmoozing people and, you know, being charismatic and all that shit.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody that can look so smug, but at the same time, so fucking hilarious at the same time.
Well, he has a sense of humor. That's why the left hates him, because they don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
There's truth in that. It's
And-
like that thing. What you just see the thing? I think it was like yesterday or something when he was like, "Well, you know how we get those white dudes for Kamala. Well, it's okay because you know their wives and their wives' lovers. They're all voting for me."
I don't know, that and
cringe for Kamala, you mean? Yeah,
that and the Tim Walz period one. That was great. Let's see.
Oh, like Sean Astin, they're using him the biggest one too. He's like, "Oh God, we need to learn how to love him." Hold on a second.
What did they do to Samwise? All right. The New York Times took out its flamethrower Monday and laid waste to the 78-year-old America-attacking felon before even mentioning Harris once. Seems like the New York Times thought it plenty prudent to lay out the stakes in no uncertain terms, the calamitous effect another Trump presidency would have on this country, he said. So let's duck in here real quick and launch a question aimed at the paper's news department. Did you bother reading this editorial that rips into this disgusting America-attacking man and his threat to our democracy? Lemon's comments confirmed my worst fears about the media and explain why CNN's ratings are tanking.
They're only just tanking now?
That's why CNN's ratings are tanking. They're going too soft on Trump.
Yeah.
And they also support Democratic candidate Vice President Kamala Harris's decision to largely avoid doing mainstream media interviews.
Well, because she's an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, as I've said before, like 1 month in, like her campaign manager was like, for the love of God, start doing interviews. Then 2 months in, for the love of God, stop doing interviews.
Yeah. Well, you've got. I mean, they're like polar opposites as far as their interview styles, their answers. You couldn't get two people that are so far apart as far as the dynamic that they're trying to put together.
Yeah, but you forget she grew up in a middle-class family.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
She made collard greens in the bathtub.
Yeah, you have to factor in all that stuff there. Yeah.
She's...
Tier, I don't think it was called the Al Franken dinner tier. Al Franken's a different person.
But he is smart enough. He is good enough. And gosh darn it, people love it.
People like me.
Although I do like the idea that the Catholics started a dinner in honor of a Jewish guy.
Oh my God. What was it that I think it was the movie called Ladybugs that Rodney Dangerfield like, I'm great, I'm wonderful, everybody likes me. He had to look at himself in the mirror and say that kind of self-aggrandizing quote or phrase.
What's the point of the media if they can't tell the truth? That's a good question.
That in and of itself is the question.
And for some reason
he says that without any sense of irony.
Yeah. I mean that alone is you could make an entire article just that one question right there. Done.
And judging by the picture, they've got an interview with Rip Taylor underneath this.
Well, I mean, look at that big, gigantic clown nose in the form of a play button.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
I told you, it's Rip Taylor.
All you want to do is just go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the end of the third article comes the final game, and that is Poe or No Gender Edition.
Terry's favorite. No, Undoomed's going to be like, WTF.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right.
Oh, this one will blow your fucking mind, dude.
Well,
Okay.
I'll give a little more explanation because Undoomed is probably unfamiliar. There is a wiki with all of the genders on it.
That Frosted owns.
The
Clearly.
no, the gender wiki. So all the 10,000 genders that you could be. So
Right.
for this game, I take 3 genders, 2 of which I got from that gender wiki, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up.
Okay.
And he is damn good at inventing new genders.
Right.
All right. Let's see. And I'll even give you a short description of each one. All right. So gender A.
Don't sound so excited that you're like, ooh. What
Gender-
the hell?
Gender A, sick cute.
Oh my god.
Gender related to being sick and cute or sick in a cute way.
What? Okay.
Are we supposed to vote on this, or how does that work?
Well, once I reveal them all, you have to guess which one I made up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gender B, cruising duck gender. Xenogender related to rubber ducks on cruises.
Wait, what? Come again?
Xeno.
Undoomed did not realize what he was getting into.
It was at this point that I realized he fucked up. All right. Xenogender related to rubber ducks on cruises. All right.
Okay.
And thus, Undoomed left the stream a changed person.
All right. And gender C, scissor cheesic.
Wow.
Gender related to a grilled cheese sandwich cut into 2 or more pieces with scissors.
Who the fuck would do that? And
All right.
much less make a gender out of it. It's like, hey, look, you cut your. Oh my god, I am so scissor cheesic.
All right, so I'm going to start a poll for the chat so they can get in. And also, Undoomed, one of the options is that they're all real. Or
Okay.
in other words, they're all from the gender wiki.
Right.
I'm gonna go first and just right up say I love cheese, so I'm gonna say a scissor cheesic because I don't want you to diss my cheese.
I'm going to go for cruising duck gender on the basis that it probably would have made it to the next round, if you know what I mean. If it was real.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think it's my hope and despair for the Western civilization that we currently reside in is that they're all real.
All right, let's see. So, Terry?
It's probably bait, but the least absurd one is sick cute, so I'll say you made that one up.
All right.
And
They're all bait, Terry. They have all been expertly crafted in order to confuse us.
There's a reason
yes,
this is my
dear.
favorite game.
the white man
Yeah.
does love his cheese.
I mean, a piece of me is like going, okay, well, he wouldn't just end something with a gender at the end. That would be too lazy. But he does a lot of the ones that end with the IC convention. So maybe that's a misdirect or whatever. I don't fucking know.
I can see where sick cute would actually be a real one because that sounds like one of those ooh woo kind of ones. And the cruising duck gender, you never fucking know those weirdos and their rubber duckies. But scissor cheesic, I don't know. That one is the one that stands.
All right, so Undoomed, I think you're the only one left.
Well, it's You know, they're all fucking retarded, but
That is option E.
I mean, at least I understood what A and B was. I didn't understand anything what C was. So I'm going to say that's the fake one, or they're all real. But you know,
what's not to understand? Scissors and cheese.
Yeah, but there was like, but cheese. It wasn't. It was cheese sandwiches, right?
Grilled cheese sandwiches.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with gender? That didn't make any sense to me. At least
none of this makes any sense.
Well,
it's all fake.
I understand that there's. I understand that there could be an asshole who wanted to fuck a rubber ducky, right? I get it.
What do you think
that? I don't understand fucking a grilled cheese sandwich.
What do you think that Kermit the Frog song was about? Yeah.
I don't know. I think Undoomed is doing that write-in vote for E. Fucking retarded.
Yeah, it ain't easy being cheesy.
All right. Well, the chat is going all real with A in second.
Do that.
Yeah, and also we have 33 viewers, but only 21 likes. Which is just an injustice, you know. All right, but I think I can end the poll there.
And we know which one of you people have not hit like, so we know that. So
yeah, you want us to do a wellness check on you? I hope none of you are tall. I hope none of you are tall and black.
We'll send an Asian cop with his gun out of a holster, just pointed right at you, saying you didn't like that stream right there, people.
All right, so the answer is C is fake.
They're all real. Oh yeah!
Undoomed high five! Woo!
High five!
I'm informed that Braniel got the correct answer.
Okay, now Frosted, you have to explain to us how the hell you came up with that. Were you eating a grilled cheese that day and you cut it with scissors? You sick fuck.
Well, earlier today, my friend was feeding my godson grilled cheese, so he cuts them into little pieces.
The fuck? With scissors?
Yep.
Or did you invent that part?
No, he was using scissors.
Oh, was it like the scissors that would come with like a chopping block or something like that, or like a knife set? With those kind of scissors, or
they were just regular scissors. We were out at the time.
Get a fucking knife. It's not that difficult.
No, it's probably easier with scissors. Yeah.
I mean, I see scissors. I'm like, are you fucking arts and crafting this grilled cheese sandwich or what? Like, I made a happy face in my grilled cheese with scissors.
Grilled cheese sandwich, fresh from Hobby Lobby.
It sounds like a college dorm solution to problems.
No knife, so we got scissors though. Let's cut that fucker.
Yeah, and my godson is doing well, thanks, Keith. All right, let's see. So let's look at the flags for the real genders, because Undoomed, most of the genders on the wiki come with their own flag. So there's sick cute.
Look, I made a snowflake.
Oh, they got a little Swiss symbol there.
Aww.
All right, and there's cruising duck gender.
At least,
of course it is.
Hey, that one is not too bad.
It's like add some black and you got a German flag.
Yeah,
at least it doesn't have. At least it doesn't have that fucking cat symbol on it.
Yeah. And if there are any Jeep drivers in our crowd, they'll love that one because the ducks.
So yeah, I was thinking it looks like candy corn, but
haven't you ever heard of that? Haven't you ever heard of Jeep owners being ducked, Undoomed?
No, what does that mean?
Basically, somebody will come along and put like a little rubber duck somewhere on your Jeep. It's some weird thing that my brother-in-law, he actually has gotten a couple. He owns a Jeep, so he actually has gotten a couple of ducks on his as well. But some people, they've got like these little rubber ducks all over their dashboard that people have just left on their Jeep somewhere.
Really? I mean,
is this like
I've had Jeeps for half my life. I've never gotten a fucking.
Is this
duck.
a Midwest thing?
No, it's not, because I've seen one driving around town. He has lots of rubber ducks on his dash, and I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought he liked rubber ducks.
Well, Undoomed, aren't you West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's not there. I have no idea. But here, I mean, we're here in Michigan, and yeah, we see ducks in the Jeeps all the time.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
guess I don't see enough Jeeps. It's
Well,
probably
I
a
don't-
thing here in Texas, but I don't
Oh, Undoomed doesn't get rubber ducks in his cars because Undoomed has guns.
know.
Goes duck hunting.
I don't drive a Jeep anymore, but I've had them for half my life.
maybe that doesn't take place out there, but I don't know. Though I mean, the whole fucking West Coast is blue states, so maybe that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. But good news, Undoomed, because there's more.
Oh God.
Okay. Here we
We
go.
also-
More.
We also have Poe or No
Stop
Gender.
this!
We also have Poe or
Stop
No Gender
this!
edition. Too retarded for TV.
Oh.
This is where I reveal a gender where it's really funny and I want to show you guys, but you guys would never believe that I made it up. So I can't use it in the regular game.
Okay.
All right. So this week's gender is Euclidean.
What? Meat.
Right.
Euclidean? What?
Euclidean meat.
Euclidean
Uh,
meat.
Well, you're on the right track. Xenogender related to the idea of an eldritch, mysterious, or monstrous creature made of meat/flesh/body parts.
The fuck?
Wait, read that again.
Xenogender related to the idea of an eldritch, mysterious, or monstrous creature made of meat, flesh, or body parts.
Well, maybe we better get over go over what xenogender is first of all. They just put that in there like we're supposed to know what the fuck that is.
It's implied, didn't you know?
I think
Yeah.
it's just a gender related to a thing. Like there are a lot of different.
See, I know what a xenomorph is.
Yeah, there are a lot of different prefixes.
Yeah, it's like through gender and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's just a generic object or something.
Yeah, like they have gastrogenders related to food, or fictogenders related to like fictional characters. Yeah.
No, I think that Spud is right. I mean, Frosted, I think you've broken Undoomed. He's like, I ain't going on that fucking show ever again.
All
So
right,
next time
and,
he'd like automatically reply, no.
So basically, it's Cthulhu
What
gender.
the
Yeah.
hell?
Cthulhu. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the flag is really boring, so I had to make my own.
I was gonna
Alright.
say because that is so ordinary. I mean, I do like
Yeah.
the pinks for like the meat part.
All right.
But-
So yeah, I made my own and with
This is a
There it
missed
is.
opportunity. They should have made it look like a bacon strip.
Oh my god! What the hell is that? What
Two-
the-
Oh. Fuck.
two of you know what it is.
I do.
I don't
yeah.
know what that
What
is.
is
I know what it is.
Oh, is that from one of your video games that you guys have been playing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
It's
is from the
from
one that we're playing at the moment.
Oh jeez.
Which
It's from
sucks.
Jack's.
It's called Broken Age.
It's from Jack's favorite game.
It's
That is
from
the boss
this.
fight for the little girl.
Yeah.
What game was it?
It's this fucking faggy game called Broken Age.
Okay.
All right.
Does it crawl up your butt?
You see, Undoomed, there was a time in the way past where I
Before
had
Donald
not
Trump was
yet
president.
where I had not yet become a guest on the corner. And then I was invited to the corner and completely lost my sanity. And here I am now.
Yeah, you're all better for it.
Just make sure that you check everything in at the front desk because you ain't getting it back.
I give all my things to Paco and Flaco because I trust them.
Give it
All right.
to Sulu.
And we've been doing this for years. Would you believe that shit?
Yeah.
I would.
No, I don't know how long you've been doing it.
This is our 162nd episode.
There you
Jesus,
go.
Lord.
So
'Cause I
like
know-
3 years.
Uh-huh. Damn near.
Even,
Yeah.
unless we're counting the weeks off, in which case it's like 8 years.
All right, but now time for our final article, where we're going to find the solution to stopping climate change.
Oh dear God.
Oh my gosh.
Fake as
Operant-
fuck, you mean?
And it's from our old friend Va Grail.
Oh, nice.
No picture for this person. Sorry, guys.
What?
Yes, this is an author.
That sounds like a Star Wars character.
This is an author. This is an
He
author
picks
we've
the
had.
same, some people, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, man.
This is an author we've had several times before. One of her most, I assume it's a woman, but it's where one of her most famous articles is where she mentioned someone she knows who identifies as a ship, and the only word they say is ship.
Yes, he actually has a piece of merch that just says "ship."
Yes,
Was this the same one who
designed
gave
by
us the
Jack.
racist machine elf?
What was that, Terry?
Was this the same person who gave us the racist machine elves?
No, that's Cindy something or other, who
Oh,
unfortunately
that's
is
right, yeah.
banned. Yeah,
Oh,
Cindy Steinberg, that's right.
yeah.
Cindy Lou.
For the love of God, this is medium. You could throw a rock and hit at least 3 schizophrenics.
Yeah.
wait, that they actually banned a writer on this site?
Well,
You
I
could
think-
get banned from Medium?
I think she was
Yeah.
plagiarizing, like taking other people's articles.
Oh, so that's the only way that you can get banned on this site.
Right.
Wait, she plagiarized to get the crazy fucking shit she did?
Has she not heard of ChatGPT?
No, from what I heard, it was like she was like impersonating someone, like that wasn't really her, something
Oh.
weird like that.
Okay.
Yeah, which sucks because she was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Right.
she was good.
All right. Let's see. Operant Conditioning as a Cause and Solution for Climate Apathy by Va Grail.
Climate apathy.
Psychologist B.F. Skinner coined the phrase operant conditioning based on his experiments with training animals. He would put a small animal like a bird or a rat in a box and then train them to do simple tricks like pressing a button. The box had a dispenser for treats, and it could give the animals a small electric shock. If Skinner wanted a rat to press a button,
Can I
What?
just say this author is about to make an argument in favor of conditioning people to be climate alarmists, which, as far as I can tell, is the sole origin of climate alarmism.
Pretty
Dare
much.
you? How dare you?
I should be in school.
I should be in school.
Skew.
That's how I said. I should be in school.
If Skinner wanted a rat to press a button, he'd start off by giving the rat a treat anytime it got near the button. Once it learned that being near the button led to treats, he'd only reward it if it touched the button, then only when it pressed the button. Skinner also demonstrated that you could train an animal out of an unwanted behavior by punishing it when it did the behavior.
Duh.
Yeah. Duh.
Hey, I mean, this is the guy who designed pigeon-guided missiles. So, Skinner's operant conditioning scientifically proves a common-sense fact. We're more likely to do things that lead to rewards and less likely to do things that lead to punishment. It's obvious to everyone these days that we need to do something about climate change. But individual action is hard. If you go vegan, you miss out on food. If you go car-free, it takes longer to get everywhere. If you buy recycled, you pay more money. It sucks. And Skinner's discovery shows that we will naturally do things that suck less. Unless you're gay.
Like suck less, huh?
Pretending
Stop sucking so well. I want you to suck less.
Isn't Les the guy that sang the South Park theme song?
Pretending everything is fine is easy. You get to spend less time thinking, spend less money, feel less anxiety, and enjoy more food. You can switch off your brain. Climate apathy is rewarded. Climate denialism is rewarded. Who's going to vote when operant conditioning is telling them that caring about the environment is bad? Therefore, the only people who do anything about climate...
Who tells them that? I don't get it.
They make
tell-
shit up all the time, dude.
Yeah, of course, but who tells them that
I actually have
caring about the climate is bad? Who tells
I
them
actually
that?
have a completely logical reason why I don't give a fuck about the environment. I will be dead before it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I get it, but who's telling them that it's bad?
Well, if the idea is that we're being conditioned to think that caring about the climate is bad, I can think of one way we're being conditioned, and that is every time they come out with the so-called environmentally friendly product, that is just code for it's shit. It's total dog shit.
Or you'll pay more for it.
Yeah, I mean,
so I have come
more. You pay more, it's worse, and it's probably going to poison you.
There's a
so
reason.
I have come to associate environmentalism with shitty crap.
Well, so you just look at the Chinese and all their electronic vehicles that are catching fire and destroying.
That is something that's always concerned me. I mean, have you seen lithium-ion battery blow
Those things
up?
are dangerous.
Can you think of what happened when you crash a car with a battery that's the size of a fucking coffin?
Yeah.
I mean,
that
it
is
depends.
dangerous.
If you're in the car,
You
it's
gotta
bad.
follow.
If not, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
if you're not in the car, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's
So
a
you gotta
reason.
follow.
There's a reason that I grocery shop at Walmart where they have free plastic bags and not Stop and Shop where you have to pay 10 cents for a crappy paper bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do not abide paper bags.
Yeah, it's that they don't have handles. They're less stable. It's shit.
Yeah, if it's raining, you're fucked.
Yeah, and let's be honest, if everybody else is driving an electronic vehicle, there's less litigation issues if I hit them.
Because they die?
Because they blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So that's a good reason.
There's
Therefore-
a really great channel called China Fact Chasers, and they cover this shit all the time. The fucking lithium-ion batteries and these things are so poorly made. Oh my god!
Yeah, but did you see that guy that was just like 2 weeks ago who got completely burned to death in an elevator by his iPhone?
Oh yeah. Those things are
Holy
like
shit.
ticking time bombs.
I wonder
You
if
see
that's
that?
what. I wonder if that's what happened with Hamas's beepers.
I was gonna say, is Israel gonna start blowing up iPhones? If that's
No
the
kidding.
case,
No, I don't think you could do that at will. But when one of those batteries blow up, holy fuck! And he was in an elevator, couldn't get out. He came out crisp.
Let's see. Therefore, the only people who do anything about climate collapse are people whose. Y'all right
So
there?
you're just saying that he came out a black man?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. That was the first thing that got into my head. So he went into something and he came out a black man.
That sounds like a Chinese soap commercial.
Therefore, the only people who do anything about climate collapse are people whose long-term thinking or sense of ethical responsibility are stronger than their natural responsiveness to operant conditioning. If we want to change the equation and turn operant conditioning from an enemy into an ally, I see two options. First, we could teach people ways of caring about the environment that feel good. We could tell them they don't have to do direct action, they can just vote and that's enough. Or we could get
Voting
them to...
is good for the environment? Is that what they're saying?
That, apparently.
Yes.
So vote harder? Is that what vote
Yeah.
harder and more often?
Wait. So don't actually do the awful environmentally friendly stuff. Just
Wasn't
vote for it.
EPA enacted by Nixon?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Every time I recycle, blow me. Then I'll recycle. All right.
Don't forget to vote.
Or we could get them to install better home insulation and enjoy those lovely stable temperatures. Or we could get them putting in solar panels and save their power bill. Or we could teach them delicious vegan recipes. There's no such thing.
No, you can't, because there's
No.
no such thing.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
There is no such thing, you asshole.
I want
Or
me a
we
nice big old steak.
Or we could create better streets that are safe and fun to ride a bike down.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Have you
Road-
seen the average douchebag bicycle rider?
Yeah,
Roads
I
are
want to run them over.
Yeah, those guys are fuckheads.
Roads are for cars.
Ev-
If you want to drive on the road, pay an excise tax like the rest of us.
Exactly.
Or we could
Yeah.
improve public transit until it's more pleasant than driving.
No, you can't. That is physically impossible because there's other people in there.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of leftists are already doing. However, there is another way. We can make
God,
climate
here we go.
apathy unpleasant and let operant conditioning persuade people to stop doing bad things. We can block the highways with marches and let the trains go through. We
Yeah,
can
or
call.
we can run you over.
Yeah.
I mean that would be pretty fun to do. That's operant conditioning.
That'd be a good game. Why isn't there a video game for that?
Yeah, it's called Grand Theft Auto.
What would come get?
I mean, there's an app for everything. There should be an app for that.
How many points do you get for that one right there?
Ding, 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 ding.
If I was doing that, I would queue up like the sound of like a bowling ball hitting pins.
Or like a pinball machine.
Or the coin sound from Mario.
Yeah.
We can call carnists bad names on the internet.
Wait, what?
Yes,
You can call what?
carnists, people who eat meat.
Oh,
Carnists?
those are carnivores.
Yeah.
Yeah, carnivores is the word you're looking for there, buddy.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yes, because people are
We're
going to
not
stop eating.
socialists here. We're not socialists. We're not
Could-
carnists. We're carnivores.
Carnists just sounds like people who run a carnival. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this person implying
Small
that you can
hands,
now be
smell of
racist
cabbage.
against animals? Stop being such a carnist. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Also, who-
racism against carnivores.
Oh
Also,
my
who's
God.
going to stop eating meat because some idiot calls them a name on the internet?
Oh,
No, no one's going to do that. We invented fire to eat meat, for fuck's sake. We did that 100,000 years ago. That's why we have big brains.
yep.
We can play loud music outside and annoy the people with bad insulation.
Yeah, I got bigger speakers than you, buddy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Undoomed's got that giant fucking speaker from Back to the Future, so don't.
Yeah.
How do you
I'm
tell how
telling
good
you.
their insulation is?
Yeah, like, did you come into my house and check before you made this article?
Right.
It's like,
Well,
did you
we
pose
could-
as a insulation inspector? Go ahead, Terry.
That's all right. All right.
We can refuse to speak to relatives until they take the climate crisis seriously. We can ask our
Yeah, that's the thing you tried to do with Trump. That worked so well.
You know, it's something that I think it was Spud that said it earlier in chat. The climate crisis that is actually legitimate right now is that we are almost at a critical level of CO2 being low. There is just enough in the atmosphere to keep the plants alive. I'm not saying that we need to make a shitload more, but we are on the verge of not having enough CO2 for the plants to live.
So what you're telling me is that the Chinese are keeping the planet alive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
and
They're
the Humvees.
Yeah.
and the cow farts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Brazil has got like the Amazon. That's the lungs of the planet, and fucking China's the tailpipe of the
China.
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 They say don't talk about the China virus, but I'm gonna talk about it.
I love the drawn out S too. It's like China virus.
You got to pronounce the N like a D, like your nose is stuffed. Let's see. We can ask our friends who they voted for and make fun of them for voting badly.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, then you lose your friends.
How do you vote badly? Is it like where you're supposed to use a number 2 pencil?
Is it a test?
Yeah. Did you put the wrong answer in there? It's like,
right.
Here, choose from one of these two, and they choose the option 3.
No, they really want what they want is for that to just be one answer, like vote the party, right?
I misunderstood the instructions. I didn't bubble anything. I just drew penises all over it.
But you still aced
That's what I usually do.
That actually reminds me of a Twitter post I saw where it had like options over the course of some of the decades, and the answers just kept getting easier and easier. It went from like an open form answer to like options, and then the very last one was just color in this whatever color you want.
Yeah, like I've mentioned before, I live in Massachusetts, and we have the MCAS, which is a standardized test that all high schoolers take, and I forget exactly what it does, but I think it can help determine how you get into college or whatever. And this year on the ballot they're doing a thing, get rid of the MCAS because it just teaches kids to learn to a test or whatever. It's like, no, teach them better.
Yeah, they've dumbed down the test enough as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, hi, baby. I was looking up like some of the local schools like around here, probably within about 10, 15. Any number of them had at least 25% literacy. They did not. The literacy rate was like about between 60 and 70%. So you have somewhere between 30 and 40% of these students that do not fall within the standard of literacy for that grade. Or even math scores are below what they should be. I see that. I'm like, I can't believe that. That is ridiculous.
Well, you want to know the real kicker? I don't know the exact year when they created the Department of Education, but the year they created the Department of Education, we were number 1 in the world in education. Now we're number 34.
Yeah, I believe it. Absolutely.
It's just the tests have gotten harder. That's the reason.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. We can vandalize cars. We can drop
I can shoot you.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even like it when you put a duck on his car. We can
For fuck's sake.
We can drop caltrops on the road.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
I can run that over. That's fine.
And cause tons of people to die in accidents.
Yeah.
We can unplug the grocery store milk fridges so the milk spoils faster and makes people sick.
What?
This is just how? What?
This sounds like a plan the Grinch would come up with.
Yeah. Can somebody take this article and shove it into ChatGPT and make it rewritten as Dr. Seuss thing?
What's even worse is that it would probably come out exactly the same.
Yeah.
Only with rhymes every other sentence.
We can spray paint.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
Well, it's just this person is an idiot.
Yeah.
We
could just break every fucking law and just vandalize cars and.
Yeah, if you get rid of your friends if they vote wrong, everything.
Get rid of your
fixed.
friends, vandalize cars, and throw shit on the road, and
kill the non-believers.
Yeah, you can do that. Throw people off the roofs. I
can
wonder who you'll start with.
We can spray paint Stonehenge with a corn-based pigment that will wash off in the rain and cause no permanent damage. Didn't they determine that whatever they used actually did damage it?
Oh, and Spud wants me to tell you on Doom that the Department of Education was formed October 17th, 1979.
Right.
All right.
Well, I was alive for 2 whole years where people were actually smart.
I was 5.
All right. So
Well, we went from number 1 to number 34. Proud
I was-
moment there.
I was born about 10 years after we were smart. All right. I don't mean- I don't mean to ask you to do all these things based as they would be. I mean to ask you to
Based.
stop. Yes.
How do you dare use the term based when writing this shit?
Mhm.
I mean to ask you to stop dumping on activists who do these things. Put caltrops in the road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and make
vandalize
people
cars.
sick.
Vandalize cars, regular working people just trying to get to their fucking job.
Yeah. That's paying, on average, lower and lower wages compared to inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just feed spoiled milk to like the elderly or babies or whatever. That won't have any poor effects.
Nope, not at all.
No.
I ask you to stop telling them it's useless and they're only making things worse. You might perhaps
they are
argue.
making things worse.
Mhm.
See, you got to stop doing that, Undoomed. You might perhaps argue that a person will be logical and blame the activists and form a negative association with activism. However, operant conditioning is stronger, in most people, than logical thought. Operant conditioning works. It got all these people to be apathetic in the first place. Being mean to people who do bad things works.
Why is this person, or was it a girl, or
I think so, wasn't
It's
it?
probably a
Yeah,
woman. That they're like non-binary or something.
why is this girl using the term operant conditioning instead of Pavlovian conditioning?
That's what it sounded like to me when they first talking about the rat conditioning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what they mean.
Or understand that concept unless they were actually explained to them even more in depth.
Well, I
Alright.
mean, maybe, they probably just read an article and they've never even heard of Pavlovian stuff.
Yeah.
So if
they
we-
like this B.F. Skinner person and stuff.
They read this article from that Skinner guy and they was like, "Oh my God, this is so smart."
So if we just ostracize, poison, or make people get into accidents, we can fix the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the elites want 500 million people anyway, according to the Georgia Guidestones. But we need
Sorry,
to kill
the what?
the Georgia Guidestones. They said like be in tune, like 500 million people in tune with nature and all that kind of bullshit. So essentially, they want to kill off about 80%. No, actually, about 90% of the population.
Right,
of the
but
world.
we're getting there because there's seems to be like no country in the world that has more than 2.0 in birth rates, right? So, hey, it's going to happen anyway.
Well, no
No need-
civilized country.
No need to get your panties in a bunch here.
Yeah. Breeding ourselves out of existence. Fun. All right.
Well, that's what's happening, right?
Yeah. Well, in most of the developed countries, yes, but in
Yeah, I mean,
some of the,
it's even happening in China, for Christ's sake.
yeah. I think India and most of Africa or sub-Saharan Africa are the ones that are having the positive ones. So
Yeah, but that's not going to last. They're obviously going to go down too. Especially India is going to go down pretty soon.
Oh God, India's a shithole. Ooh.
Yeah, but they're getting lots of manufacturing stuff now. Even Apple is open up manufacturing plants there, and they're going to go down, and then it's just Africa left.
Well, that's where we all came from, and that's going to be the last place that we exist.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yep.
All right. Get ready, everybody. It's time to start colonizing again. All right. Well, that's all I have. That's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So, I'd like to thank my co-hosts and guests, or Shill rather. Sorry. Let's see. Jack has Games with Terry on his channel Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, where they play games that aren't
That
as good
is
as Dino
correct.
Rex. And right now they're doing Jack's favorite game, Broken Age.
They're all my favorite game, Frosted.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the tone of his voice that he absolutely loves it too.
Let's see. We Moonshock had, well, right now he's not really doing it, but in the future he'll have his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Yes, that. And I'm hoping, well, I can't guarantee anything, but I do hope to return back to streaming in November. We'll just have to see how my therapy goes.
Let's see. Terry is also on Games with Terry, and he's on Hammers
What?
Minions.
He is?
Yeah. He's also on Hammers Minions Nights on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, I think. Are those all your? Oh yeah, and you're on Mr. Adams streams on Mondays, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's see. 6. Anything you want to shill?
I guess have a novella coming out next month.
AKA, buy my book. Buy my book. I had to. Sorry, bud.
Exchange currency for this lovely, lovely tome of knowledge.
And he actually bought me one of his books, and I am enjoying it. I'm currently reading it.
Yeah. So if you want to put like a Amazon link or something in the chat, then go ahead. And Undoomed, anything you want to shill?
No, let's just be friends on Twitter.
All right. Unless you voted wrong.
Yeah, you voted wrong. Then. He doesn't want to talk to you at all. Sorry.
Yeah, or spoil their milk. All right.
Yeah.
Undoomed, do you do commissions at all, or you're just busy with your real life job to do stuff?
Well, it depends on what you pay, I guess.
That's true. You get what you pay for.
I had a guy come up to me and give me $500 for a gift. That was I took that job.
Wow. So you do mostly like graphical work, or do you do both graphical and audio?
No, I mean my day job is just I'm a post-production supervisor. So
Okay.
just doing some video editing and some visual effects sometimes, and supervising post-production.
You get people that you get to crack the whip at? Good.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We should be back next week at the usual time, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys then.
Yeah. Sadly, Undoomed won't be there because he's already going to have an aneurysm from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a changed man now. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.